Have you ever wondered if it's possible to make a whole ship disappear and reappear at will? In the realm of urban legends and conspiracy theories, there exists a captivating tale known as the Philadelphia Experiment. This alleged event, said to have taken place on October 28, 1943, is shrouded in mystery and intrigue. The story revolves around the USS Eldridge, a cannon-class destroyer escort that was supposedly rendered invisible to radar during World War II. But the claims don't stop there. Whispers of time travel and teleportation add further layers to this already puzzling narrative. Was this a top-secret military experiment gone awry, or merely the product of overactive imaginations? The line between fact and fiction blurs as we delve into the murkiness of the Philadelphia Experiment, a tale that has fascinated and puzzled seekers of the extraordinary for decades. This is the enigma of the Philadelphia Experiment. World War II, a time of conflict and unprecedented technological advancement. This was an epic of transformation, where every nation was in a race, not just for victory, but for technological superiority. The United States, embroiled in the heat of this global conflict, was no exception. The U.S. Navy, a cornerstone of the nation's defense, was heavily invested in pushing the boundaries of what was technologically possible. The development of radar technology was a significant leap in this journey, a game-changer that would redefine naval warfare. This technology, capable of detecting the presence, direction, distance, and speed of ships and aircraft, was an invaluable tool in the hands of the U.S. Navy. It was a time cloaked in secrecy where cutting-edge research was as guarded as the nation's borders. In this climate of innovation and secrecy, the seeds of the Philadelphia Experiment were sown. The tale of the Philadelphia Experiment originates from two men, Carl M. Allen and Morris K. Jessup. Their accounts, shared in their respective books, stirred the pot of mystery and intrigue around the USS Eldridge. Carl M. Allen, who also went by the pseudonym Carlos Allende, is the man who first brought the Philadelphia Experiment into the public eye. In his letters to Morris K. Jessup, author of The Case for the UFO, Allen claimed to have witnessed the USS Eldridge become invisible to the naked eye and teleport from Philadelphia to Norfolk, Virginia, and back again in the blink of an eye. His descriptions were vivid, detailing the ship's sudden disappearance and reemergence, and the disastrous effects on the sailors on board. Similarly, Morris K. Jessup, an amateur astronomer and ufologist, took keen interest in Allen's claims. He was particularly intrigued by the alleged use of Einstein's unified field theory to bend light and space. The theory, still unproven and largely dismissed by the scientific community, became the backbone of the Philadelphia Experiment myth. But it was not just the disappearance and teleportation of the ship that added fuel to the fire. There were also claims of time travel. Some stories suggested that the USS Eldridge had not just teleported, but had traveled through time, disappearing from 1943 and reappearing 10 minutes in the past. These claims, as fantastical as they sound, captured the imagination of many. A ship vanishing into thin air, then reappearing miles away, all in a matter of moments. Sailors fused to the ship's metal, others driven mad by the experience, and still others who simply vanished, never to be seen again. The allegations are indeed extraordinary. They evoke images of science fiction, of a world where the laws of physics can be bent and twisted, and yet they remain just that, allegations. A ship vanishing in thin air. It's a tale that would stir anyone's imagination. But as we delve deeper into the story, we must question, where does the line between fact and fiction lie? But what about the men on board the USS Eldridge? What did they see? Now let's delve into the heart of this enigma. The crew of the USS Eldridge consisted of brave sailors, men who were no strangers to the perils of war. Some of them, it is claimed, were unfortunate witnesses to the bizarre events that unfolded. There are tales of sailors enveloped in an eerie green mist, of men driven to the brink of insanity by what they experienced. Some reports even suggest individuals being fused into the ship's metal, a chilling thought indeed. And then there were the alleged eyewitnesses, those who weren't aboard the ship but claimed to have seen the Eldridge vanish and reappear. Their accounts added another layer of intrigue to this already mystifying tale. However, the stories vary widely, with contradictions and inconsistencies, casting shadows of doubt on the veracity of these accounts. Yet not all stories align, and the truth becomes murkier. So, What does the evidence tell us about the Philadelphia experiment? Scrutinizing the evidence, or rather the lack thereof, it becomes apparent that the Philadelphia experiment's narrative is more folklore than fact. The claims of invisibility and teleportation are exciting, no doubt, but they're not substantiated by verifiable evidence. Firstly, let's consider the source of these claims. Carl M. Allen and Morris K. Jessup. Their accounts, intriguing as they are riddled with inconsistencies. For instance, Allen claimed the experiment took place in the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard, but the USS Eldridge wasn't even in Philadelphia on the alleged date of the experiment. The ship's log, a reliable historical record, places it in New York. Then there's the issue of the technology itself. The idea of making a ship invisible to radar and teleporting it hundreds of miles, all in the span of a few minutes, is not just scientifically implausible, but downright impossible with the technology available in the 1940s. Even today, with our advanced technology, we're nowhere near achieving such feats. Furthermore, the U.S. Navy has officially denied the occurrence of the Philadelphia experiment. In an effort to lay the myth to rest, the Navy has repeatedly released statements clarifying that no such experiment was ever conducted. It has even gone to the extent of publishing a fact sheet about the alleged experiment, pointing out the lack of supporting documentation or corroborated testimony from those directly involved. Also, remember the crew of the USS Eldridge? Many of them have gone on record stating they were never part of any such experiment. Some have even expressed amusement at the wild tales spun around their service on the ship. In conclusion, there just isn't any concrete evidence to support the claims of the Philadelphia experiment. The story, although fascinating, is riddled with inconsistencies and contradictions that can't be overlooked. The official stance is clear: the Philadelphia experiment is a myth. Despite the evidence, or lack thereof, the myth of the Philadelphia experiment endures. This captivating tale has found a home in the hearts of many, thriving in the realm of popular culture. Its allure is evident in the myriad of books that weave this legend into their narratives, adding a layer of intrigue that is hard to resist. Movies, too, have not been immune to its charm. From dramatic portrayals to subtle references, the Philadelphia experiment has graced the silver screen, its fascinating narrative leaving audiences spellbound. And let's not forget television, where the story has been featured in numerous shows, its mystery serving as a tantalizing plot device. This constant retelling, this perpetual reincarnation in various forms of media keeps the myth alive, refusing to let it fade into obscurity. The Philadelphia experiment, a tale so captivating it transcends the need for fact. In the end, what can we make of the Philadelphia experiment? It's a fascinating tale, steeped in mystery and intrigue, a story that has captured the imagination of many across the globe. However, when we look closely, when we take the time to sift through the claims and counterclaims, we find a lack of solid, credible evidence. The supposed witnesses' accounts are inconsistent, the dates don't align, and the U.S. Navy has staunchly denied the experiment's existence. So where does that leave us? It reminds us that while it's entertaining to dive into the world of conspiracy theories, we must always approach such tales with a healthy dose of skepticism. We must remember to question, to critically evaluate, to not take things at face value. For in the absence of evidence, we must rely on reason and critical thinking. It's a tale that reminds us of the power of myth and the importance of skepticism. And so we reach the end of our journey into the Philadelphia experiment. It's been a fascinating ride, unraveling the threads of a story that has captivated imaginations for decades, despite its dubious origins. This tale, rooted in the chaos of World War II, a time of rapid technological advancement and high-stakes secrecy, has grown into a cultural phenomenon. It's been immortalized in books, movies, and television shows, becoming a symbol of the human thirst for knowledge and our fascination with the unknown. But as we've seen, it's crucial to approach such tales with a healthy dose of skepticism. The allure of the extraordinary can often cloud our judgment, leading us to overlook inconsistencies and gaps in evidence. So I encourage you all to continue digging deeper, to question the stories we're told, and to never stop seeking the truth. Remember, the truth often lies beneath the surface. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and until next time, stay curious.